It is good to be with you today, this evening, the International Day of the Solidarity of the Palestinian People. Began in 1977 and will continue until Palestine is free, which the youth have reminded us will be in our lifetime. With gratitude to Rebecca Arov and Corey Peterson-Smith and Valerie Carr, Joanna Macy, Tarek Avwata, and Katie Lonk, and you, I share these words for this interfaith service. First and foremost, to the Potawatomi, Odawa, Ojibwe, and Anishinaabe peoples and councils of the Three Fires who have cultivated the space of Chicago. We here recognize and acknowledge your status as Indigenous and host peoples in this bioregion named for its wild, stinky onions. Thank you for tending. Thank you for stewarding. Thank you for giving the gift to many of us living here as uninvited guests, as settlers. Willing and unwilling, pushed and pulled by economic forces, we have come. And we are here with humility this evening, recognizing the struggle of all peoples around the world, emanating from Palestine, reverberating to Chicago, and wherever you find yourself in front of this computer screen. We thank you for your tending, for your stewarding, for your desire to hold us accountable. And as the nights grow long here in the Northern Hemisphere and the wind carries a chill, we feel the beckoning, the time to slow our bodies down, the time to feel the seasonal changes echoing in our lives, the time for solidarity to grow. For some, it's a time to gather, to light candles, a time to bend this spine, time to move into the darkness where the holy dwells. And so I'd invite you, wherever you are now, to reach out to your right and to gather the scattering pieces of your energy, to reach out to the left, to gather in from that side, to reach forward, bringing together a desire to be present at this moment, and reaching back, bringing the past into this moment. Reaching from the earth up, pulling energy from the indifferent, fabulous mantle and molten center of this planet, and reaching from up top, gathering our scattered minds to really land here, so to speak, in this moment together of many faiths, of many movements, showing up for each other, showing up for spirit. Let us wade into the dark night back. Let it lead us back to memories of spontaneous gratitude for all that grows and emerges, that forgives and breaks apart. This is a darkness that builds solidarity. We have laid many in dark tombs in these terrible times. Yet may this darkness now be a darkness of the womb, our big birthing body, bringing the world again anew to life through our words this evening. And may our remembering of who we are and really be a compass for collective healing. Your hands in front of you, may they have the strength to hold your own broken heart, to care for this precious body of the world, to dig into the soil, the minerals of our collective being, to allow us to stop settling. Just as we pray for an end to the expanding settlements, eating land and life and water before our very eyes, the cranes, we see them, we grieve them. From Palestine to here, a collective prayer to be unsettled. The cranes here now robotic and minuscule. May we be unsettled. May we stop settling for disconnection, for zoning out, for corporate numbing, for forgetting. May we become unsettled in a society that tells us to settle down. While at home in our bodies, may we stay unsettled by the stories that we hear of abuse, of slavery, of genocide, of ecocide. May we become unsettled in our disconnection from the plants, the bacteria, the mycelium, the animals, the moonbeams that bless our days sometimes without our noticing. May this unsettling bring our bodies into the work of prayer, acting in loving faith, knowing that together we are in an intricate network, communicating with more than words, astral traveling to our love for all that is. May we in this moment feel how those of us who are settlers live with these legacies. And when we try to distance, may we unsettle by looking at them, knowing that they are not all of us, but that we do the work of solidarity, not as a favor or as an obligation. We do it because we build the movement to free ourselves from the violent history of your ancestors, our ancestors doing this for our children, your descendants will remember this day. You are future ancestors. You will tell them about this day. This day that Grand talked about, where it felt like pressure on every side, compressed. And we worked by pressing buttons and wearing headphones. But Grand said the spirit still broke through, showed up anyhow, and that the spirit had a message. That the song of the people and the song of the earth are one, and the struggle of the people and the struggle of the earth are one. Say it with me. Though be on mute on screen, not mute in yourself, the song of the people and the song of the earth are one. The struggle of the people and the struggle of the earth are one. Indivisible like the waters, protective like the ozone air, fleshly like the soil, and crisp like the fire. We came together as future ancestors to unsettle ourselves and live in ways deep harmony and humility of the more than human world. It begins tonight, now, like it has already begun eons ago, and as it will again tomorrow. May you feel in this season the accompaniment of all of us here as you persist in an unsettling flow, blocking harm, building alternatives, and being in alignment with your deepest values. Ashe. May it be so.